Greetings, guys. It's Fancy, and today I am hopping on because I don't know if you all have heard the news or not, and I want to make certain that you all hear the news, but that you're also helping us with our mission that we're currently on. So, Swagger Magazine has been selected as a finalist for Eventbrite's Reconvene Accelerator. And just to kind of explain to you all what the accelerator is, it's basically like a event mentoring program, but also we've had coaching sessions with members from Eventbrite, team members, and they've taught us about how to better produce our events, how to better use Eventbrite, and just all the different new features that it has come into it. And then that's one important thing because, of course, you want to be knowledgeable if you're producing an event. You want to know the best tips and tactics and tricks and all of that. But then at the same time, it has also, it also allows us to possibly win $20,000. So we've gone through the first phase, which was basically like submitting an application and talking about our event concept and talking about ourselves. We've had to go through background checks. We've had to do all that stuff. And now we are in the final round as a finalist. So we were selected out of hundreds of people. We made the top 25. Yay, us. And with that being said, we made the top 25, but now this is where we need you all's help. We need you all to vote for us. I'm going to drop the link in the comments. Vote for us and our idea concept. And so today I want to kind of share a little bit about the idea concept, just how again to vote, and you can be voting while you're listening. So the event that we're planning to produce is Black Women Made Whole. You all may have heard us talk about this event earlier this year because we did host it virtually. We hosted it on AirMeet and we received like a really great response. We talked about fitness, like we did chair yoga. We had a yoga instructor and she did chair yoga with us. We talked about mental health. We talked about confidence. And then we also talked about grief and we talked about faith. So we talked about some very important things, like all things I think that are, with the exception of maybe like the fitness, maybe not get you emotional, but everything else might kind of get you emotional. It's a very emotional type of event, but it's like a release. There were people that messaged and said that they got so much from it. And I thought when we received this opportunity, like, this is the event that we go for. This is the one that we need to produce in person. But one, people asked for us to produce it in person. So that's another reason why we're doing it in person. Well, we're planning to do it in person. And I want to talk about it like we've already won, but we haven't won, guys. That's the thing. So we need you all to vote for us. I have the link scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I also dropped the link in the comments so you all can click directly on it and go and vote. I don't care if you vote and come back. If you're watching on your laptop, then just open another tab and then you can come back and finish hearing the rest about the event. But Black Women Made Whole was something that really came to me in spirit. And that's why I found it, another reason why I found it to be like of such significance, because oftentimes things might come to me and it's more from a business standpoint, but Black Women Made Whole, like, I kept hearing the words "be made whole" at first, and I realized that those words came from Luke 8:50. When if anybody of you all are familiar with the woman who had the issue of the blood in the Bible and how she suffered for 12 years, and she just never was able to find any relief. She spent all her money on looking for doctors and specialists and people like that, and she went broke. Her family deserted her. It was just her and this issue, and she just had this faith. She believed that if she could touch the hem of Jesus' cloth, that she would be able to be made whole. Well, she wanted to touch his tassels. And then, if you remember the story from in the Bible, when she tried to get close to him, the and y'all, like, and that's the thing. That's why this is so key, because I'm not even a really a Bible person, but this is just something I didn't even know. I didn't even know this story as well when I first hosted this event. It was actually Lady Tiffany Nicole, who is one of our clients and speakers, and she was emceeing the event, but she also spoke at the event. And y'all, she pulled it together. Like, she just came with this Bible verse, and I was like, oh my God, like it really, I'm getting emotional now just even thinking about it because, again, I didn't know why that those words kept coming to me, but it just seemed like it was something I was supposed to do, like some type of way I was supposed to create this work of art itself that aligned with the whole be made whole aspect of things. Like I didn't exactly know how I was, what it was. I didn't even know totally what it meant to be made whole. I'm still in search of those answers now myself, just being honest. But even now, like with us having this opportunity, and again, don't forget to vote for us, but with us having this opportunity, I was like, wow, it's so amazing how, like, if we win this is the first time I don't have to come out of pocket to produce an event because everything that we do with Swagger Magazine, unless we have sponsors, and those are rare and far, like we just secured our first corporate sponsorship in 13, well, it was 12 years, because we made 13 years this month. But in 12 years, we've been coming out of pocket. So we've produced our first event with a corporate sponsor this month. So it made me also think about the woman who had the issue of the blood. She endured that issue for 12 years. It's been 12 years that I have been having to fund this business all by myself. And of course, people are like, oh, well, that's what you do. But yeah, but it's so crazy because you see our audience or you see our numbers and you think, oh, they have this big audience, but we don't have that big support. So to come here and have to ask for this, it's not really hard because I'm used to asking for stuff now, because I just realized if I don't ask, you'll never know. But you would think that we have more support. And even like when they were talking about the event today, and they said that with Eventbrite, I meant, were talking with us about just how voting has been going. And then they were like, so far 7,000 people have voted. So I'm thinking to myself, we have 60,000 followers on Instagram, over 160,000 followers on Facebook. We should have like blown those numbers through the roof. You know what I mean? Like if you all were true Swagger followers, of course everybody may not know about this, and that's why I'm trying to do these videos and so on. But I just think that we should have a bigger the numbers should have been higher than it, just overall, just because, we were a part of things. If we had that type of support from our community, the numbers would have been higher than that. And then I've just kind of been looking around and, seeing like how many people actually like the post and we're talking about it. And it's been a little discouraging, but I'm like, I'm not going to give up because, for one, they're going to choose 5 people to win the $20,000. Out of the five, three of those people will be chosen by judges. So we have judges in each category. We're in the health and wellness category, and it's being judged by Miss Tamara Levitt of the Calm app, if you all are familiar with Calm. And then Jandina, the artist, is actually judging the music and entertainment category. And then there's also a food and beverage category. And yeah, I will say, like, the event, all of the contestants, everybody has a great concept. I was kind of like almost intimidated just as I was listening to them, but I was like, no, we're in this because this doesn't, oftentimes, I know as business owners, we create things. I'm a natural creator, and oftentimes we create things, but we create them for like monetary purposes. Like you create a new product or service because you think that it's going to sell. This event was not something that I thought like about monetizing. This event for me was more so just following something that kept coming to me in spirit. So that's why it's so important to me now. That's why I'm willing to, if I have to hop on here for the next few days and just remind you all to vote with the link that is down below. And when you vote, it's not going to say Swagger Magazine. It's going to say Francesca Felder. So when you're looking to vote, please make certain that you select Francesca Felder, or you're looking for Francesca Felder as you're going through the listings. But it's very simple to vote. Once you vote the first time, then you get the hang of it. You already know, like, put the link in, scroll up the page, and then like about in the middle of the page, there's the options that you can actually select. And I'm like on the second or third row in about the middle of that square of options. And all you got to do is click my name and go from there. And like when I say go from there, um you click my name, and then you select vote or confirm down below, and then it's over. That's all it is. The screen will give you a message that says something like, thank you for your vote, or your vote has been received. And you all can do that every day until Tuesday. And we need you all to do that every day until Tuesday. I feel like I'm begging right now because I want us to win this $20,000. If we host the event, Black Women Made Whole, then we plan to host it in the city of Atlanta. I chose Atlanta because that's like where our biggest following seems to be. And, it's kind of a city that people are willing to travel to for different things. And it will be hosted this fall. Like, we have to produce the event before October 31st. So it'll be sometime this fall. I'm thinking, in order to give us enough time, that it's going to be produced like throughout the month of October. And I'm still like, because we haven't won just yet, I don't have like, I was listening to some of my the other people that have also made it as a finalist, and they kind of knew exactly where they were going to be hosting their events. I haven't even found a venue, because I'm kind of nervous about doing all that work and then not being selected or moving forward with things. Like, we know we're going to have speakers. Of course, the speakers will be Black women, because the event is Black Women Made Whole, right? But for the speakers, I'm not trying to charge anything for anyone to speak. I just want to have people that will be supportive of the event, that's actually going to share the event with their community, that now, I will say, I would like for those speakers to have a community to bring out to the event, because we are investing a lot of money into this. And even though it's not our money, we still want to make certain that we're using the money wisely, right? So that's just kind of like a little bit about, I guess you say the business aspect side of things. But and of course, like, if our budget allows, because I'm thinking we're still gonna need sponsors. If you've ever produced an event, events can cost a lot of money. But then also the fact that it's in Atlanta, y'all know Atlanta is not the cheapest. So that also means that we'll need money for the venue there. And I'm thinking like a big chunk of this is going to go towards the venue. And then whatever we have left over, we'll spend on, decor. I'm going to actually have to travel back and forth to Atlanta to get everything together. I would love to work with an event planner on this. If you all know of any event planners, then you all can tag them in this post just so they can be on. What is with my dress? It's not a dress. It's a tank top or something, but it's just a top. It's whatever. But that's Jamil, y'all. But so y'all can see more of it. I'll sit back some. But what else do I need to tell you all about this event? As I was saying, okay, I was talking about earlier how it was 12 years that the woman had the issue with blood. And it made me think of like how for 12 years I have been putting a lot of money into this business. So for once, it would be nice to have someone else step in and say, hey, we're going to pay you to do so and so, so and so. And so in this case, it would be they're going to pay us to produce this event. And of course, the tickets will be sold on Eventbrite. So it's a win for them too, but it's definitely a big win for us. If we're able to do this, I just appreciate the fact that, the attention that we've been getting from it, all the hard work that they put into, making certain that we're best prepared as event organizers, the coaching that they provided us with, all of those things have been really good. And I really had to ask any questions or kind of made myself known in that space, though, because I've had so much going on this past week. But that's another reason why it's just like, for me, I'm in this stage of just, I'm making a lot of life changes right now. And it's like I'm being made whole almost, So of course, it just seems so significant to also be able to produce this Black Women Made Whole at the same time. Like, I'm going through this journey while also trying to produce this event for others to go through this journey, or go, and no one's journey is going to look exactly the same. Everyone's journey is going to look different. But again, your definition of whole may not be the same as the next person's definition of whole, but either way, we're being completed. There's something that we have been having to deal with within our lives that I want this event to possibly help you, overcome or have your breakthrough. I predict there's going to be some breakthroughs at this event if you all are in attendance. If we win the 20,000 and host the event, there's going to be somebody that's going to have a breakthrough in that room. I don't even know who the speakers are yet, but I know just from what we've produced in the past, um, just having gone places, I like everything that I do is always about vibes. If the vibe is not right, I know it throws me off. And that's kind of because I'm an ambivert. So like just connecting with people, talking with people, it can be really draining for me at times. But when the vibes are right, everything just flows, like you don't even have to totally think about it. You get to be yourself. And I want the women to be themselves at this event. I don't want you to come in there looking down on anyone. It's not a competition. I'm not looking for the speakers that are going to be the mean girls. Like if you can't get out there and talk to the audience, then you don't need to be a part of this event. That's just kind of how I see it. Because, and by talk to the audience, I mean, I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm a speaker, I got to be standoffish. I can't come out here and mingle with the other people, because people may have questions. People are going to be coming to see you. And so those sort of things are going to be important. I want to make certain that you're going to be able to meet their expectations as well. So that's kind of like, uh Jamil talking about advertisement. I'm so not even on there right now, but thank you, Jamil. So y'all, you can check out if you're interested in advertisement. You can check out his comment, and he's saying that you can email us at advertising.net. He also dropped the link for you all to join our newsletter. If you are a part of our newsletter, then we've already sent you the link. So all you got to do is go on your email, click the link. But right now, all you got to do is go into the comments and click the link, or you can see the link scrolling across the bottom of the screen. But we need your votes. And as I was saying, it will allow us to win $20,000. And that $20,000 is going to go towards our venue. I know for certain. And travel. And I'm hoping that, in all we'll be able, because I don't think I included travel in my budget when I was originally working on things. But I know that would be really helpful if we were to have it. And then of course we do intend to have like we may not have a DJ, but we might have a DJ. We want to have some music there, of course, like to help set the vibes. We will have food, of course. Uh, what else? What I was really thinking would be cool is like if we could get like a masseuse or someone, like a couple of masseuses who might be interested, or some type of chair massage. You know, I don't want to say a chair massager, but it may be I would actually say a masseuse to come out and give massages. Like I want us to have a little room or a section for that. Um, I want it to be calming. I'm picturing like a lot of white and a lot of greenery, and then like possibly a purple sofa, or a teal sofa, for those that are on stage speaking. And I'm just kind of been just trying to picture how I want this event to look, and I'm so excited about it, but I'm so afraid that we're not going to win. And so I was telling you all at one point how there are the three categories, and we're in the health and wellness category. And so either you can be selected as a winner of your category, or the other option that makes it to the total of 5 finalists, you can be the people's choice. And I don't know what our chances look like the with the judges, because I don't really know what the judges are looking at. I don't know. I know that they want us to be active on our socials. We've been doing that. I've made reels. Y'all see I'm going live, but also it, I know that we have a huge following, and now more than ever, we really need you all's help. So as I mentioned earlier, also, like they said that they've only received 7,000 votes. We have a network of 220,000. So if you're voting for us, it seems like, the numbers would be higher. They would have well over 7,000 votes. So if you happen to watch this video, please go and vote for us. Vote for us daily. We need you to vote until Tuesday. Tuesday voting closes at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. So check us out. If you have any questions or anything, or if you have any ideas about how we can make Black Women Made Whole something, just I want it to be something spectacular. I want it to be something that people, when we finish this event this year, this time in person, I want people to be like, when y'all doing it next year? You know what I mean? Like, because that's just how good it was. So, um, yeah, I think that's everything that I had to say about it. Um, Again, if you're unfamiliar with the story, if you're wondering where the event name came from, look at Luke 8:50. Just get to know the story of the woman who had the issue of the blood. And I think that it just, I don't know. I think that a lot of us, I know me personally as a Black woman, I'm extremely tired. And that's why I was saying, the 12 years that I've been spending money, which is now about to be 13 years. Well, it's 13 years because we made 13 years this month. I'm not saying that was my sole issue because there's been so many other things. I've shared how I publicly shared how I've experienced homelessness. I started the magazine as a dancer. Just all the crazy adventures. You all have probably read about them, or I've talked about them at some point throughout some speaking engagement or something like that. So, but we've just had a heck of a ride over these past few years, and so now it's time for us to be made whole. Like help us do this. If there's no other way that you can help, all you got to do is click the link, vote Francesca Felder, and go from there. So also, as I was telling, I think maybe the people on Instagram, if you got teenage kids, ask them to vote too. Like I've been reminding we have group texts within my family, and I just been going through the groups and just be like, don't forget to vote today. I have to remind my daddy, he's not in any of the group texts, so I just send him a message every day. I send my sister a message every day for her to remind her household, and we just go from there. So I think that's everything. Thank you all for tuning in. Uh, Again, if you have any ideas or anything, then always you can reach out to us via our DMs. And hopefully we win this thing. Peace and blessings, and y'all have a great weekend.